Yo, what up? It's Lemekh with Slide Sports TV. What up? Fans of the sport, we just got to see a good fight. That was a good fight. It was. It was. Sometimes we get a little spoiled. I didn't call it a great fight. It was a good fight. Okay? Rolly brought some things to the table. It was a good fight, but let's get into it. Um, I tell you what, man. It's hard not to like. It's hard not to like Tank Davis. Okay, it's hard not to like the kid, right? Um, he knows what he's doing in that ring. He knows what he's doing in the ring. You know, that's one thing we can say. Um, let's talk about the fight. I thought Rolly came out good. I gave him the first 2 rounds, but it wasn't because like he was super busy or destroying Tank or anything like that. But I just thought he did more. But I mean, we know how that goes. Tank is from the Mayweather school. I mean, Rolly's from the Mayweather school as well, but Tank just has more ability. He's an amateur. He was an amateur phenom. He's been boxing since he was a kid. Since he was a kid, he's been in the gym. So a guy like that, guys like that usually don't come out full blast in the first few rounds. So, how they try to give Lomachenko credit for downloading information. Tank really does that. He really did download information, the first couple rounds. He got to see Rolly throw that same punch over and over again, and he, in his mind, he's putting together a plan for how he's going to counter that punch the next time, right? So, first couple rounds, I gave it to Rolly. I think in that second round, he nailed Tank with something serious. I mean, actually, we got to give Rolly some credit, man. He came to fight. He did not lay down. First guy that I've ever seen actually hurt Tank Davis is Rolly Romero. And I saw it in this fight. And Tank grabbed hold of him too. He grabbed hold of that motherfucker too. Like when he felt that right hand, the full blast of that right hand, he grabbed him. As he should have, So that's something we got to see. At the same time, we got to give Tank, he won the fucking fight. We got to give him his props. Right? I didn't like the push yesterday. But even though I didn't like the push yesterday, and I didn't, I hated the push. Not so much because it was the worst thing in the world, like nobody got hurt or anything, but I hate what it does to boxing. I think that opens up a can of worms now. I think we might start seeing stuff like that. You know what I mean? And that's the shit that people don't think about. Like going forward, like when that thing isn't addressed directly and immediately by the public and saying, hey, this is wrong, you're basically saying it's okay to do. So be prepared to see that again. But even after that, like, aside from him basically admitting that he pushed him off the stage on purpose, I like the way he sounded in his interview. I like the way Tank Davis sounds without Mayweather around him. Without people speaking for him, without Leonard Ellaby, dumbass, like, in the camera trying to talk for him and shit. I like to hear Tank Davis speak for himself. That's when he sounds the most manly. You know what I mean? Like, that's when he sounds the most mature, I should say. Like, when these guys are speaking for him, he comes across like a sheepish little kid. That sheepish, all that grinning and shit, and like don't really have nothing to say and all of that. Like, I like the fact that he's grown up, but shit, it's about time, right? it's about time. Like, the guy's pushing 30 years old. He's actually not a kid. He's got guys like Devin Haney, 23 years old, like, going for undisputed right now. Has Tank Davis ever unified a belt? In all this time, he's never unified a belt. So, hey, kudos to him for grabbing those bootstraps and, pulling them up tight, lacing those son bitches up, and, like, let's get it. I would have loved to hear him call out a Lomachenko. Lomachenko ain't fighting nobody right now. I mean, he getting his ass kicked by the Russians, but other than that, Lomachenko ain't fighting nobody. I'd have liked to see him call out the Nazi. Call out Vasyl Lomachenko. Oh yeah, because not to get too political, but anybody that's still fighting over there on the Ukraine side is a Nazi. That's Azov Battalion, bro. But I don't expect people to know that, but cool. My thing is, call that guy out. He called you out. He's been calling you out. Say his name. You said that you want to take the big fights. I want to see it. I want to see it. As for the fight tonight, I just thought after that first couple rounds, when he basically saw everything that Rolly could bring, he saw everything Rolly had the possibility to hurt him with, he adjusted, and he boxed him. And that's the thing, like, we call him Tank Davis, and by that name, you would think that he, let me turn these lights off, man. You would think by calling him Tank Davis, you would think that he's going in there like a destroyer, like he's going in there like a destroyer, like the Mike Tyson type of fight. No. Now, he can do that, but he doesn't have to do that. Like, when you fight like that, you're going to take a lot of punches. You're going to absorb. You have to be a tank. When you fight like that, you're going to absorb a lot of jabs, a lot of punches, and you're basically taking one to give one. Tank is so talented, he doesn't even have to do that. Like, he can. He got the punching power. He has a very good skill set. He has a very good skill set. Now, the one thing Tank doesn't have, the one thing that's not in his favor is size. Size is not in his favor. And thank God it's not, right? Because then it wouldn't be fair. Like, if he was like Rolly size and had those skills, like, that wouldn't be fair. If he was Rolly size with that punching power, those feet, that level of defensive responsibility, counter ability, power in both hands, can fight front foot or back foot. I mean, that wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair. It's like, imagine Evander Holyfield. What if Evander Holyfield had big knockout power? Nobody could beat him. I mean, he got an iron chin. He's bouncing around on his toes for 12 rounds. Never gets tired. He's busy. Heart of a fucking giant. And you're going to give that guy power too? Like, God can't give us all. The Most High, like, he's not going to give one man everything. Like, we all going to have some type of weakness. Right? So, Tank's weakness would have to be his size. But geez, man, I mean, he uses that shit to perfection. Tank Davis is a great fighter, okay? He's not off the hook, though. We have to see him take some of these big fights that we really want to see. This became a fight that we wanted to see because of Rolly. Only because of Rolly. Rolly sold the hell out of this fight. Rolly should be a star going forward. They need to take care of that guy. They should take care of him. They should. Get him right. Give him some time off. He got the bag fighting Tank. Like, boxing is better off with a guy like Rolly around. You know, he needs to get better. He needs to go back to school and, you know, and work on his boxing. You know, just continue to get better. You know, get back in the winners column. But hey, great fight. I feel good about Tank Davis in his performance. I feel good about him mentally. I was never really concerned about Tank Davis' skills. Like, we knew he had all the skills in the world. His mentality, though, I still have some concerns. I didn't like the push yesterday. Still have some concerns about his mentality, but he does seem to be growing up. You know, he does seem to be growing up, and I'm not gonna get a guy a trophy for fucking growing up. Like, that's what the fuck you're supposed to do. I don't believe in rewarding shit like that. You know, you're supposed to grow up. At a certain point, you're supposed to grow up. You know, so I don't believe in, you know, rewarding people for doing shit that they supposed to do. Like, I don't need a pat on the back for nothing that I'm doing if it's what I'm supposed to do. Now, when I go above and beyond and help your motherfucking ass out, yeah, I expect, you know, yeah, if you're a woman, I expect the blowjob in return. I mean, I just do. I mean, but whatever. All jokes aside, like, I just don't reward. I don't reward good behavior because you're supposed to have good behavior. Get it? Like, so, but great fight. Now we got another big fight, a huge fight, maybe it's more huge fight next week. Undisputed, Devin Haney versus George 15-minute Kambosos, right? George 15 minutes Kambosos, Kambozo, right? I'm the emperor, right? The emperor. I'm sick of this guy. So I can't wait to discuss this fight coming up. Devin Haney, I need you to reach down and find a little bit of power, because you're going to need it. You in Australia, bruh. You are in Australia. You're going to have to make this thing one-sided. It cannot be in the balance at all. It can't be in the balance at all. You got to go in here and take it from him. You got to go in there and take it from him. You know, Australians are very underrated fighters. They're very good fighters. Traditionally, they're very good, very tough fighters. I don't know what the fuck Kambosos is. He's not a real Australian. He's Greek. The guy's Greek. His name is Kambosos. You know, he's a Grecian. But I guess he lives in Australia. But whatever. It doesn't really matter. The fight is in Australia. It's a big fight. It's a huge fight. Devin's going to get the bag either way. But don't go all the way over there for nothing. Don't go all the way over there to get robbed. You got to rob the judges. So let's see, you know. Let's see. So it was a great fight, man. I feel good about Tank Davis. I feel good about Rolly too. But just go ahead and stop it there. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and fake the hook with the left and then load up with that right hook. You know, you fake it with the left and then you come back around with the right hook. To the like button, though. Not to me, to the like button. And then drop a comment, hit subscribe. I'm gonna get some sleep. Peace.